Namaste programs and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Finland Bush Trip Leg 9. It's the final leg of the Finland Bush Trip. We're going from Tornio to Rovaniemi. Let's go. Okay, here we are on the runway. We're all fueled up because we had to do it mid-air last leg. Why did the parking brake not come off? Finally it did. Let's go. What is this plane doing? Plane. Okay, so we want 008 degrees for 9 minutes. We can do that. Let's go. We are going to Tervola. Lift into the far northern sky and fly just under 19 nautical miles north-northeast to the town of Tervola. If I can possibly get it on course. There we go. See, that's a lie. There are no achievements for the bush trips. The new bush trips. The first 3 or 4 or whatever they were had achievements, but these ones don't. Lies, the big white box. Full of lies. Definitely getting drifted to the left here. There must be a bit of a crosswind. We'll stick our nose above 2000 and then trim down to -30, I guess. I think actually, yeah, it was about -30 in the end, once we had full fuel. There we go. Oh, nailed it. Try not to overspeed too much. There we go. Looking good. Look around at what we can see. Our last look at Finland. Beautiful Finland. Very nice. Oh look, there's a church off the bottom of my tail there. Finally saw a church. So they do have churches in Finland. Beautiful. Gonna need to trim up just a little bit more even. We're not quite. We're descending more than we're ascending. Little town, little farming village, whatever you want to call it. I have to say, while Finland is beautiful, lovely place, lots of trees, lots of lakes, nice little towns and whatnot, this bush trip has been a bit arse. Not much variation, just straight lines to spots. No, here's something interesting. Maybe a couple of times it said there was an interesting fort or a town or something, but yeah, a bit weird. A bit weird that it seems a bit lazy. I'm sure they could have found more interesting things in Finland to fly over. Perhaps not. Perhaps Finland's just boring. I doubt it. At the very least, we could have hopped from like little town to little town instead of just, you know, this is a 9-minute straight stretch down this river, then the next one's 15 minutes, and then a couple of minutes to the airport. And yeah, fly into Tervola. Nothing about Tervola. No mention of why it's important, or you know, sometimes it'll say our oldest town in Northern Europe or whatever, but yeah, at least maybe just put one little tidbit about Tervola, like home of the FC Dingbats or something, you know. Most of the other bush trips, well, all of the other bush trips have, you know, tried to spread in a little bit of flavour here and there. Keep things interesting. This one, not so much. Going on here? This is the dam. Damn, damn, damn. I think it is. See, like, why not make this a waypoint? And say, oh, blah, 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 dam, in the river, blah, blah, blah. Don't know the name of the river, don't know the name of the dam. But beyond that complaint of it being a little bit pedestrian, it's very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. At the very least, just, you know, flying in a direction in this game is fun. Relaxing. You get to see a little bit of stuff here and there, like these little towns below us now. I wonder what people do, what their daily lives are like. Why there are clearings in the middle of forests, all that kind of stuff that we've been wandering over these last 9 legs. Oh, we've done 6 minutes of 9 minutes. Could be a little bit more than 9 minutes, given the speed of takeoff is not taken into account. So I would suspect that town is up there on that bend, perhaps. Long fields in this area. Big, long, thin fields. I wonder why. I wonder what that's all about. What are they planting? And what's this? Long, thin fields in the middle of forest. Fascinating. Fascinating. We're about to hit 8 minutes, so another minute or so. There's some green fields up here that might be part of a town, I guess. Of a Turvola, perhaps. Hello, are you Turvola? Bit of a look around before we continue. This whole trip has been overcast as well. The ones in, what was it, Iceland? And the previous one, was that Denmark? Being in the morning with the sun coming up, they were fantastic. Wish they'd done it for these ones. A little town here, and we're about 9 minutes, so I guess this is a Turvola. Possibly. Not much of a town just here. Is there more to it further north here? Perhaps there is. I think we'll give it another 10-20 seconds or so before we turn. Anything on the VFR map? Okay, so I looked at the cockpit and the game crashed, which is disappointing. Where am I? Am I still at Turvola? Is this Turvola here? Because we don't know. I don't know when it kind of saves where we are. I feel like this might be Tavola up here. So, this game came out on August 18th, I believe, a year ago. So as of this recording, that's in a couple of weeks. For an entire year I've played this game, pretty much every day. Well, most days anyway. No crashes. Since the new update, 2 or 3 crashes. Disappointing. I mean, I get it, it's a big update, big changes of everything, but generally when new things come out, it improves things, not makes them worse. But you know, hopefully they'll sort it out, especially for these bush trips. And we've got a bit of a bridge here and a bit of a town, so I'm going to assume this is Tavola here now. So I'm gonna, it might be a bit early to turn, I don't know, we just don't know with all this crashing and whatnot. We want 31 degrees for 1512, and hopefully we'll be somewhere in the right area of Rovaniemi. Head to the northeast, flying for 32 nautical miles over beautiful sweeps of forest and rivers to Rovaniemi, the capital of Lapland. Capital spelt wrong. Oh no, maybe it's correct. OL for capital in the terms of the city? I thought it was AO, just like the money. Capital being more like capital punishment. Oh, OL might be right, I don't know. There you go. Don't hire me. Don't hire me as your proofreader. I've already forgotten. It just looks wrong, but it could be right. Otherwise everything's going on. I'm now reluctant to look inside the plane, in case it crashes. Took the risk, wanted to see what was going on. Meanwhile, on that note, let's see what's going on. Lovely. Just forests and a couple of farms. Look at that. Look at it. Incredible. Little town here, very cute. Lots of farms, a few wind turbines, nice river. Two minutes of 15 done, so, you know, strap in, enjoy the ride. Relax. I'll have a look in here. But what's the seating like in this plane? Oh, it's just the two of us, huh? Well, actually, no. So you're not here, because, you know, that's my co-pilot, that's me. I wish it would show the co-pilot, or at least give you the option for doing that. Nice little view out the window here. Love it. This sim, it just, oh, it's so good. It just gives you the gist of it. You just feel like you're there. I mean, it's obviously if you look closely enough, it's not quite a realistic, but that's probably a good thing. You don't sort of get the uncanny valley, which you might if it was like totally realistic, or close enough to realistic that you can see it's not quite 100%, you know? This, on the other hand, just gives you the gist of it. I mean, if you fly down with the drone and have a look at those cars, they're probably floating off the ground and whatnot, but from this height, it just looks like what they would look like. Tiny little ant-like cars. What is this? A roadway for ants? Yeah, the gremlins are back. The crashing. It didn't actually crash the desktop. It just froze, and I couldn't Alt F4 or anything. Didn't want to come back. Couldn't get to the menu. So I had to Task Manager kill it, which is worrisome. But fortunately, it put us back roughly where we were. I'll have to look while I'm editing to see whether it was exactly where we were or not. I don't think so. One the other day that crashed to desktop, I think we were slightly, it was, you know, we were rolled back slightly. But I didn't look into that in-depthly. Here's some more of this red soil. What's it all about, Finland? Oh, the river over there, so just cutting the country in two. Is that a, you know, some kind of field, or actually it almost looks like it's, I mean, that's water over there on the right. Is this water that's been rendered in as fields? It definitely looks like red fields. Is it the crop that they're growing is red, or? I mean, when I say red, it's more brown, but maybe it's just dying crops or something. Needs a bit of water. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Where are the roads to this place? Where are the farm houses? Actually, yeah, there is a road over there that then goes out that way, past that little lake. So what, they just package everything up and drive it out of there? They don't put it in kind of silo or anything? I find that hard to believe. There must be some kind of structure there. Surely. More of these channels through the forest. Doesn't really look like a road. Must be power lines or something. You know, maybe they're fire breaks. It suddenly dawned on me. Maybe they carved them out in case of bushfires. Oh wait, no, look, you can. There's a... Oh, it was vaguely a electricity pylon there. Or it is, it's electricity pylons. And presumably a fire break as well. Why not both? They're just too high up for it to render in the pylons properly. Fair enough. Look at this farm just hidden in the forest. Suspicious. Alright, we just hit 8 minutes, so we're about halfway. Another quick look around. Little clearings, suspicious little clearings. But these just sort of seem like maybe bad soil or something. The trees don't grow there. Rather than man-made clearings for reasons unknown. A couple of little lakes. Oh. Aww. Bit of a farm village there on the river. It's a gigantic river. It's a big one. these channels below us? Is that almost a railway line? Perhaps. Ooh, could be. Could be. A bit of train spotting. It's in the big lake. Lake. River. River is what I meant to say, but you know, my brain. My brain. Oh, me aching brain. Alright, 10 minutes 20, 5 minutes to go. About 5 minutes to go. Little hidden things here. Oh, road there, look at that sneaky little road through the forest. Big roads carved through here. Almost like dirt roads, really. Actually look like paved road. Could just be an algorithm thing. We're just about to do 12 minutes, so about 3 minutes to apparently this city, this capital of Lapland, Rovaniemi. Must be coming into view soon then. Algorithm. Render it. Not a road again. Possibly power line area. Fire break. Alien snake runway or something. It almost looks wide enough you could land a plane if you had to. If you had to. Oh, with this hole in the... No, 2 holes in the... What's all that about? Natural springs or something? On the side of the hill. Interesting. Seems to me that city might actually be over to the left there a bit. Judging by the colorations. We'll see, we'll see. We've just done 13 minutes or 15, so nearly there, nearly there. Yeah, we quite possibly slightly off course because of the not quite knowing where the previous town was and the crash. Just want to be in the general area. Nearly 14 minutes, another minute or so. Well, I'm not seeing any large cities. I guess that's probably it over there on the left, but perhaps it's not a large city. It may be the capital of Lapland, but maybe it's just an administrative capital. Not many people, like Canberra in Australia. Not a big city. What's going on there? Is a lake? Just I don't know, a billabong almost. Offshoot of the river. I've had the flaps on this whole time, yet again. Good lord. Good lord. That explains why we've been going slightly slower. And the trim wasn't quite the same. I should have realised. It's not just gremlins around here, it's idiot piloting too. So basically this last leg has just been a, you know, a typical Finland bush trip leg. We've had gremlins, we've had leaving the flaps on. What more? We haven't run out of fuel, but, you know, I guess we could keep flying around until we do. We just hit 15 minutes. I think I'm going to get over the top of this city here. It doesn't say it's a city, just says it's the capital. The next thing is 29 degrees, but for 3 minutes, so the airport must be out over there somewhere. I'm going to get above the city and then turn to 29 degrees. We'll have some hope of finding this airport. I'm wondering if that's it there. See on this? Oh, there we go. EFRO. It's up there, yeah, I think that is it. Let's have a look at Rovaniemi. It's not gigantic as towns go, but almost cities go. Definitely a large town. Got the you know, mandatory football field for FC Rovaniemi. Oh, that's definitely the airport over there. Looks like it from this distance. Bridges over the river. Big train line. The aforementioned football field. Big sort of structure over the highway here. Could be a mall or something. Right. Well, we don't need to go 29 degrees. The airport is right there. We can in fact head this way a bit to line ourselves up properly. Even maybe lose a bit of height. Okay, that's looking alright. And lose some power so that we can get our flaps down. And then reassess where we're at. Right, flappies down. There are recalcitrant flappies. Right, let's line her up. See how we're feeling about things. Feeling pretty good about things, if you want my opinion. Be coming in a little bit short now. But we're at the, you know, top of the speed we want to be. Pretty good. I think we're pretty good. Not gonna complain. Not yet anyway. Bring her in. Finish off this. Finish off. I didn't even realize I'm such a good pun maker. Finish off this Finnish bush trip. Alright, can probably start powering down a little bit. Let's do it, we're done. Well, yeah, we've made it. We've avoided the lamps, the lights, whatever you want to call them. Now flaring. Try and get this plane on the go around. Nice. Down a bit, slow her down a bit more. See whether there's a bush trip completed screen. Oh, leg completed. Right, it's actually a bush trip completed, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it does say 4 hours. That should say bush trip completed. Why? Why if they messed all this up? Why? Anyway, they have. It used to say bush trip completed on the final one. I like that they've got this new graphics and everything, but yeah. Okay, cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the whole trip. 4 hours. Tomorrow will be the entire 4 hours in 10 minutes. I hope you can join me for that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.